Hey guys, if we reach 1,000 likes, we'll be giving out 2 of our new shirts. All you gotta do is click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Gems! I'm here to submit to you a query of a most peculiar nature. One that is bound to turn more than a few heads and surely cause a little bit of a tizzy. You see, I have a question, and that question is this. How is Rose Quartz dead? No, seriously, I've watched every episode and that has always been a question in the back of my mind. How is Rose Quartz dead? I mean, her gem is still there, so doesn't that mean that she's still alive? But before we even get to that, how is Steven alive? More specifically, how was he born? You see, gems aren't humans. They're not flesh and blood like us. They're rocks that manifest an outward appearance. It's stated as such multiple times throughout the show. What you see is a representation of what a gem desires you to see. So how exactly would an asexual species be able to sexually reproduce with a human species? Even if you were to say that Rose Quartz shaped the inside of her body to be exactly like a human female's reproductive tract, she still wouldn't be able to produce eggs. But I doubt she even had that kind of intricate knowledge of human anatomy, due to the point that she's very clueless about everyday human things. However, we do know that Steven didn't magically pop out as a teen. He aged, up to a certain point at least, where he stagnated. Which means Rose most likely gave birth of some kind. But that line of thought creates a paradox. That would mean that Rose existed in 2 different places at the same time, and Steven as her gem form and outside giving birth. How can she be in both places, alive and dead at the same time? Now you could say that Rose morphed into Steven, but that would only make the claim of her being dead even stranger. You see, if the gems are just that, gems, and we know that the only way to destroy them would be to shatter them, then how can she possibly die? It's implied that she's given up her life so that Steven can live. It's kept vague as to give us progression to the story. But we haven't seen anything that happens during the creation process of a gem to signify that it would cost life of the host. However, apparently Rose had some sort of life-giving power that allowed her to heal at least, and in Steven's case, bring other things to life. Perhaps this ties into it? Perhaps she used her powers to such an extreme to keep Steven alive that she can no longer hold a physical form. But that still doesn't make her dead. Lapis was kept in a mirror for years. Bismuth was kept isolated as well. And yet, they were still considered alive. So I ask you this. Steven's gem is treated as though it is Rose. So if that's the case, then Rose has to still be here. But perhaps I'm missing something. We do have an incomplete story after all. Is there a way to kill a gem without shattering them? It's never hinted at in the story. In fact, Bismuth is quite keen on shattering gems with a drill point. If there was a way to subtly destroy gems, well, surely that would be used, right? In fact, this whole situation is quite perplexing. I'm interested to see what you guys think. With the knowledge that I currently have, from perusing all the episodes, more than once in a lot of cases, I conclude that Rose has to be alive to some capacity. I mean, surely if her gem is still intact, that she's still there. And multiple gems can be fused together, so multiple life forces can be fused together. In which case, isn't it even more likely for her to be alive? But that's just my opinion and my thoughts. I'm totally open to other people's interpretation of the show, so be sure to leave those down below. I've been Faith Limitless. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey there guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in getting some merch, visit our TeePublic store. And if you really love us, be sure to check out our Patreon where you can get some awesome perks for supporting the channel.